All right. What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Round two. We're not in the Starship, unfortunately. I wanted to do it right. I know the vote was close. It was like 58 to 50%. Hear me out. I want to do the Miami night flight right, and I just needed some more time to set some stuff up. So we're gonna do it just soon, TM. So we'll be doing that. A small chance tomorrow. Maybe on Saturday instead. We'll see. But so for that reason, we're going to continue with what we originally planned, though. That's going to be the iFly 737 MAX 8. We're sitting here on the ground in Santos Dumont. And if time permits, we're going to try to do 2 legs here, come back to SPRJ, because I would really want to do that. I just set up my profile. I guess a lot of stuff is not working right now, like Amazon servers, YouTube is getting all whacked out. So a lot of weird things happening here. It's kind of making, causing some trouble. But there's a couple of us here, including a real 737 driver sitting next to us. So if I have to phone a friend, I might jump over to the Discord, see if they can help me out. But we are ready to rock and roll. Looks like we got 4 of us. Well, 4 of us headed down to SBCT. So angry looking sky. I mean, it looks juicy, man. I didn't realize that Brazil is actually or Santos Dumont is actually 1 hour. It's Atlantic time, right? So it was actually darker than I thought. So I wound it back to 4:30 local. I wound it back to East Coast time. So just a little bit brighter, but it should make for a wonderful flight on the way back if we do indeed make the return. Ali, Sammy, what's up? Good to see you, man. Tyson's here. Andre Henry, Mike McLaughlin, Brad Ward, Dylan R, Zach Lewoin is back. Oscar Iniguez is back. Cryon is here. Snake's here. Av, Apollo. Sorry to let you down, my man. Tango Kilo. And Infian is also here as well. So thank you all for tuning in. We're going to just pick up right where we left off. 737 MAX 8. I figure we're doing a flaps 25 full toga out of here. Should be pretty juice. So, since time is of the essence, let's get to work. And into the cockpit we shall go. Now, I did start my iFly plugin this time, so we shouldn't have any issues there. Knock on wood. We'll get the volume up, and let's go ahead and hold on. Before we do that, let's figure this thing out. Systems. We're going to go to Sim menu. We're going to go to ground support, connect, set. Am I the only one that wishes that might have been done a little bit differently? Maybe not. All right, we'll go ahead and get the ground power on bus. Beautiful. Things are coming to life. Let's get some background lighting, some circuit breaker lighting. Arm the emergency exits while we're looking at them right there. We'll go to the logo light on. Position will be in the steady state. Everything looks good over there. We'll get the alignment rocking and rolling. We'll go align nav. Align nav. Wonderful. Get everything booted up. Screens are coming to life. No flaps on takeoff. Yeah, we're seeing. I don't know. I don't think so, Henry. I don't think. Are you talking about the India accident? I do not believe that was the case. So, why is my lag happening on this? And even my OBS was like, there's so many weird things going on. Maybe it's the end of the world. Who knows? Like my OBS was logging out, couldn't log back in. I couldn't even order my Starbucks. Had to like re-log in. Really going. Yeah, it was definitely flaps 5. You could see there's a picture of the accident aircraft, the wing, and you could see the flaps are extended. So the flaps were definitely extended on that one. All right, so we go FMC, pause, init. We're going to take the GPS left, go back, throw you in there. We get the route starting to load up. Also, courtesy of my 737 driver, he said, gosh, what did he say? Engines on. Wow, what did he say? I think we did these like so, something like that. We get the yaw damper switch on. No fuel pumps required right now. Fasten seatbelt sign can stay off. Beautiful. They lost power. Confirm rat was deployed. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was assuming. Of course, you never want to assume anything because that makes an ass out of you and me, right? We'll get the main panel lights. We'll juice it up here a little bit. Flight plan is requesting. We're trying to pull that in from the old sim brief right now. We should get a route uplink. While we wait, let's find ourselves to the weight and balance or payload performance. All right, airport search. Here we go. So SBRJ search identifier, Santos Dumont, wonderful. What runway are we planning for out of Santos Dumont today? Runway 02. I did it backwards, wingnut. Oh my gosh. All right. On, off, off. But then why? I don't understand. I don't understand. See, now we got to master cautions. Now we get flight control master caution. Oh my goodness. All right. Captain didn't go past page 2 on the prog page. It will crash your sim. Waiting for flight 1 to fix it. I fly to fix it. Let tons of people put it on the Discord. Thank you, Gray Aviation. So do not go past page 2 on the progress page. I'll do you one better. We won't even touch the progress page. How about that? We won't even touch the progress page. Thanks for the heads up. Runway 02 right, I believe, right? And thrust TO, no reduction. Flap config, we're doing flaps 25. Dry. Air conditioning on. Anti-ice off. Right, now let's go ahead and do the weight and balance. Is it going to save that? I hope it saved that information. God help us. Hey, you found your credit card. You got it relinked up. Well, thanks for the $2 super chat. Yeah, Wingnut is my 737 driver on retainer. If you ever fly the 737, I highly recommend you have a 737 driver on retainer because it can help you out here. Hopefully we can get there and back without crashing. Starting at Boeing is way too complicated. Just things don't make sense, you know? Like, just some things don't make sense. Invalid route uplink. Let's try this one more time. Maybe we need to actually put this in here. SBRJ, SBCT. Let's do this one more time. Let's see if that pulls our route. While we wait, let's pull this up. Thanks for the $2 super chat, man. Appreciate you. ATC on. ATC on. ATC is on. I'm on 2485. I'm on the wrong freak, though. I got to load my weights manually here. Hold on. All right, so total passenger load. According to SimBrief, we're taking 189. Well, that doesn't match up, so we'll take a full load of passengers. This could be interesting. 178. Cargo, 10,000 pounds, huh? Oh, why is this in kgs? Oh my goodness, we're gonna have to go back. Systems. Back. Sim menu. Panel style. General. US. Okay, next page. Back. Autopilot PFD, other systems. Simple is fine. Enable HUD. Sure, let's enable the HUD. Is there a life insurance policy I could purchase? No. Ice detection probe. Sounds like they'd have those. High altitude landing, they'd probably have that too. Let's go to page down. Beacon fast, slow, Vickers. Cool. That has been set. There's our HUD. I think I might have fixed what I was looking for. So payload performance, that's still in kgs. Let's just call it, let's say 3,000 kg in the aft. And let's just say we've got 1,500 in the front. All right. As far as fuel is concerned, we need 13,000 pounds, which is going to be what? 7 tons total fuel. 7 set complete. And that gives us 7 tons enough. Is that 14,000 pounds? Should be close. I didn't hit set? Really? I thought I did. This is US system set. Thank you. It's so... I just don't know how to comment on it, to be honest with you. Alright, fuel, there we go. Yeah, 15,000. We even got a little bit more. Let's double check our cargo. 6.9. We actually took, yeah, that's perfect. Man, that was pretty good. So, we were supposed to take 14,000, 13.6, round up 14. We're at 15.4. We got a little extra fuel. That's fine. We're doing a flaps 25 Toga. So, we're all set to go there. That looks good. That's already been set to the aircraft. We need to go back to the airport info, though. And we need to do... How do I get back to my airport? So complete. There we go. Runway 02 right, max flaps 25. Winds today are, we'll just call them calm. Outside air temperature, if we take a peek over here, it's 18C, which that's probably in Fahrenheit. So that's going to be 78 degrees. What? 78 Fahrenheit is too much for you? Okay, we'll just call it 18 Fahrenheit. We'll do at the QNH of 2992 is fine. All right, 2992, takeoff weight, calculate that. The N1 cannot be calculated, select a different flap, derate, thrust, or decrease weight. Really? Flaps 15. Really? Flaps 10. Really? Are we looking at the right runway? Because flaps 25 I thought was the short field performance flap. Or we might be too heavy. We might be too heavy. We're too heavy. Special ops at SPRJ, stabilized engine 70, then Toga. Gold doesn't use the max much. That's SPRJ because of weak engines. Well, I could see what you're saying here. It is 02 right. Right? We're going to 02 right. All right, let's go ahead and change our fuel then. Let's go ahead and knock you down to 13,400. All right, so we'll set the fuel. As far as cargo, let's unload. Let's take some passengers off. Let's go to 125 packs. All right, there we go. We'll set those weights. We'll complete that. Now can we do it? Nope. Seriously? Told you, if you want to hope you packed your water wings. Use the numbers on SimBrief. I might have to use the numbers on SimBrief. For 147,000 pounds, let's go ahead and get the HUD out of the way here. We're going to get this figured out. Let me use a SimBrief calculation. Let's see what SimBrief gives us. Oh yeah, file the flight plan. Did I not file it? We'll file it right now. Something wrong on that for sure. All right, flight plan is filed. SimBrief performance, takeoff performance, 02 right. Calculate. It says we can do it. Nope. Max runway weight exceeded 135.6. We need to lose 10,000 pounds. According to SimBrief, we need to lose 10,000 pounds. So, let's go back to our weight and balance. We're going to kick off the cargo. Let's go 100 pounds and 100 pounds. That brings us to 137.3. Let's see if this will give us an N1. Still can't do it. Too much beef tallow steak. According to, let's see, max runway weight 135.6. So we need to still get down. We need to lose 2,000. We need to lose 3,000 pounds, chat. How are we going to lose 3,000 pounds? Really? This airplane can't get out of here? Flap 15 or 25? I even try. Let's try flaps 25. It won't do it. N1 can't be. I bet you it could. I think something's wrong. I guess I'll get off the aircraft then. Hey, thank you, Migs. Harris Das, what's going on, man? Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. This might be the shortest stream ever, chat. Harris, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Appreciate you. I think this is BS. I think we're going to do it our own way. Could be single engine climb. OAT is wrong. Use copy FM. But this is actually helping us. 18F would help us. Unless it thinks it's in Celsius. Let me see if our flight plan came through. This did. Let's go ahead and load this. We'll load you up. 137.5. But now it won't calculate the speeds. Now I'm really screwed. What happened now? I hit copy, screw it, we're doing it. I don't believe it. We're going our own way. 22.1 on the CG, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, chat. We're gonna do it our own way here. Thank you, Lucas. I've done thousands of takeoffs SPRJ on the NG, the MAX 177. Yeah, this thing is, it's not proper. We're gonna do it our own way here. We're gonna go departure 02 right, and the EVCO 3 Alpha, and our flight plan, we're going full send mode. I ain't messing with that stupid EFB. EVCO 3 Alpha, the NACSOP is set. Like I said, though, it might be a very short, stream. But there's no way it would be limited that much. Goal has a table for SPRJ. Pilots don't use calculations for SPRJ. All right. Good thing Gustavo's not here. He'd be losing it, wouldn't he? So let's go back to the perf and knit. Gross weight. What did it say? We were 137.5. Reserves of 1,000. We're going to do cost index 55. Cruise altitude 34,000 feet and one limit. We're doing no derate takeoff. We're going to go flaps 25. I guarantee you we'll blast off. Trim 22.1% CG. 3.9 units. Oh, yeah. Plenty of runway, guys. 21, 22, 33. Beautiful. Init perf is looking good. Page 2. We're not derating any of that. No RTAs required. We're golden, chat. Won't be the first time Boeing or V1 has ever crashed a Boeing on takeoff. Yeah, they like to reinvent the wheel over here at Boeing, I think. All right, legs page is set. Let's get the APU fired up. Fueling is complete. Seatbelt sign is coming on. APU on and start. Low oil pressure light. Here we go. Why are the frames down? There we go. Please someone tell them to hit the magic barrel ref key. I will. Yeah, I believe you, Lucas. I believe that they don't use the. I bet they have special procedures completely proprietary to their operation here. We don't need no iFly EFB. Thanks for the 5 hey ice man, appreciate you. But Migs, now would be the time to get off the aircraft. If you would like to get off the aircraft, now would be the good time to do so. Has Amir mentioned anything about Fenix 330? I've never even heard that. That'd be awesome, though. Captain Sim, thanks for the $2 super chat. Alexander said hit the magic barrel ref key. We will. We'll get there. Listening to the APU spool up. Thank you, Captain Sim. Yeah, we got loads of runway. We're taking off over the water. APU's up and running. We'll go magic barrel ref. 10,000 feet. We actually don't have any ATC, so let's go ahead and set our top altitude. We'll scroll that in here at 34. 34 seems a little bit high, doesn't it? 34,000 feet. We'll go to 22.8. Oh, look at me thinking that it'd be intuitive to press the keypad. 122.8. We can clear that out. That's just me messing around with that. Can I get a radio check on 22.8? Keys lighting up. Radio check 122.8. Let me check.
Radio check loud and clear.
Now he's messing with me. Testing. Yeah. Bach is messing with me. John G, thank you, my friend, for the $5 super chat. Oh my goodness. Whenever he goes, wow, look at the perf degradation and the view switching. That's not optimal. Oh, my sunshades are down. We got to find that in the settings.
Check break 2675.
Okay. We got a contact center. Rip. Whenever he goes against the EFB performance numbers, we become near statistics on pilot debrief. You remember that X-Plane 12 stream into IMC? I do, John G. I think that's when we barrel rolled, right? Oh, man. Thank you, John G, for the $5 super chat. We have to get clearance. I guess center is on. Wow, the perf is terrible switching views for some reason. While we listen to them figure out their clearances, let's see if we can find the settings to open all of the window shades. There it is. We'll set that. We are set.
Was it go 1098?
There we go.
Yes, affirmative. 1098.
Go! What's going on, buddy? Or
Go
go.
1098, Roger, stand by.
Yeah, center goal 357. I'd like to put our clearance on request as well.
Goal 357, Roger, stand by, number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, on board flight goal 357, service over to Sierra Bravo Charlie
Eagle
Tango.
530, autorizado posicionamento com a esquerda November.
As you may be able to tell by my accent, I'm not from these parts, but we're going to go ahead and get the aircraft going here in just about another 5 minutes, waiting for our clearance to come through. Just a word of caution, perf data says that we're unable to take off runway 02 right, but due to my previous experience, I think we're going to be just fine. So if you'd like to get off the aircraft, now would be your last and final time to do so. If not, please buckle your seatbelt. Welcome aboard.
Goal 1098, by a file from 340 from a 02 right on the Airbus 3 Alpha departure, max up position. Squawk 3245.
Timu slats. P3D slats. I'll take my chances. Perf calc, progress page 2, crash warnings. Perf switching views, the hold and the Swiss cheese are lining up.
Squawk 3245.
Passengers K? Chat, I guarantee you we'll be airborne well before the end of the runway. We're so light. We're doing a flaps 25 Toga. We're going to be, hell, we could probably do a touch and go.
Alright,
here we go. He's probably going to call us next.
Goal 357, you're clear to Curitiba flight level 320, relay 02 right on the FCOM 3 Alpha departure, next shot transition, squawk 3535.
All right, clear to Sierra Bravo Charlie Tango S file 32002 right for departure, FCOM 3 Alpha, FCOM squawking 3535 for goal 357.
Goal 357, we're back right.
So, yeah, we've actually, why are the frames so bad switching views? We've taken off out of here before. Squawk code 3535, 33535, put you in TARA, above and on. All right, now that we're getting ready to go, let's get the APU bleed on. We'll get some air conditioning on right now. We'll go ahead and put the APU on. Generator, ground power's off bus.
Center goal.
That's on
14
APU
push
gen.
start gate 2.
Probe heats are on. All hydraulics for pushback. Clear the caution.
Goal 1422, push and start approved, face south, corporate.
Need to find our terminal
push
charts.
Goal 1422.
And center goal 357, push and start gate 1.
Go 357, traffic is pushing on gate 2. If you're able to push simultaneously, push it to start approved, facing south.
Alright, push approved facing south for goal 357. Alright, we'll give way to the traffic. We need to edit the clip here. We need the EVCO 3 Alpha.
Goal 198, push and start approved, facing south.
We'll complete that one. We'll pull this chart up. It's going to be a climbing right turn at or above 4,230 knots. That checks with the FMS. All right, before start checklist, let's go ahead and throw the anti-collision light on.
Traffic will be pushing on
Panel is set.
4, 2, and
Packs
1.
are coming off.
If you happen to have the space after the push, your push is started approved. Facing
Brakes
south.
release, cockpit to ground.
Push approved.
Ground cock, go ahead. Brakes release, clear to push.
Roger.
Curitiba Center 125 crossing 6,200.
Captain Sim, thank you for the $5 super chat, my man. Back in my woods. This attempt will solidify the pilot as a certified cocaine captain. Oh, Captain Sim, thanks for the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you.
Routing the right to the slots and continue climbing.
V1 tree trimming services, except there will be no trees on this departure. Oh, he's going the wrong way.
Eagle 530, QNH1 no 024, táxi autorizado, ponto de espera no 7 direita, via Mike Echo. Mike Echo,
Cockpit around. Stop the push. Set brakes. Brakes set. Hopefully that other goal can push back further back. Water speed is alive. V1 submerge. Let's go ahead and start them up so we can get out of the way here. We'll go ahead and ground 2. Motoring. Blackbird Controls is back, dropping 10 more gifted memberships. Blackbird Controls, thank you, my man. Appreciate the support. You got Q8 pilot a membership. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Blackbird Controls. Rocking the Blackbird Controls 737 levers again. Can't do any bindings in Sim Update 2, so Blackbird Controls has come to the rescue. We're able to use our previous profile. Thank you so much, man, for the support. Appreciate you.
Coro 754, boa noite, Curitiba, acione transponder 3753. 3753, vou no 754.
Right? Doesn't it, you can put fuel on right away, right? It knows that when a motor. Boris definitely cooked, man. Christian, what's going on, man? Welcome in. You're new to the channel. Well, welcome into the chaos that is my self-flying Boeing 737s. Yeah, Zach, the sounds are awesome, dude. Nope, this is the default sound pack, Bryce. According to the EFB, there won't be a takeoff. Listen, do you guys trust your captain here? Or do you trust the EFB? You know what my buddy said about the EFB design, right? From the last stream? Trapped in a room with Hitler and Osama bin Laden. He's got 2 bullets, and the third guy in the room is the guy who designed the EFB. Alright, we got 2 good starts. Let's go on. We're going cont. Lead off. Auto. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Go 1420.
APU off. We're doing flaps 25. We gotta cook this one. That's gonna be 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 25, I think.
Alright, taxi via Delta to 2 right, in sequence, goal 1422. We'll wait for the MAX in front of us.
You don't have to wait for me, man. You got room. Flight control check. Fud Life dropping the 5 gifted subs. My man, thank you so much for the support, dude. Wow, are we sure we're at 25? I'm going to have to verify. That is steep. All right, isolation valve auto, thank you. Isolation valve auto, we are flaps 25. Trim is set, brakes released. Let's go flight director, LNAV, VNAV. Oh, V2 speed of, what was it? 133 plus 10. 143 is set. Let's go. Brakes released. We're rolling, chat. And Santos ground goal 357 ready taxi.
Call 357 taxi. Juliet Delta, hold point 02 right, QNH 1022.
Juliet Delta, hold point 02 right for goal 357.
Eagle 5530, contato radar,
brake check.
Manter nível 280.
Juliet Delta.
Santa Cruz, Buenas, doutor 3305, solicita aprovação, Guarulhos 330.
All right, so LNAV, VNAV is armed, flaps 25, green light. Flight controls are checked, our speeds are set, 340 is set, climbing right turn. YouTube chat, am I missing anything? I don't think we are. I'm going to spin my heading bug around once we get to the runway. Now, he didn't give us explicit instructions to cross 02 left. But I'm assuming we can cross it, right? You're going engine to PAX? Hold. Okay. Let's not. Engine to PAX. Boom. PAX off. Engine bleeds are off. Auto throttle is armed. Yeah, I normally get that when we take the runway, but... Is it PAX off? Bleeds on? Or is it all four?
Ok, bom, pronto. Terceira... A 335 autorizada Guarulhos, nível 330, pista 108, saída em Fugitivo no Alfa, transponder 3574.
RTO is set.
Autorizado Guarulhos 330, 08 decola, e sub na Alfa 3574, 3305. A 3305, cotejamento vai. The 3125, expect the Dolphin 1 Alpha arrival from A17 right, clear direct to Dolphin.
I feel this is wrong. I feel like we screwed this up. Mix, thanks for the 7 Canadian dude. Appreciate it. Welcome to Gold Cruises, where we just came from is on the left, where we meant to go is on the right. Enjoy. Migs, thank you for the 7 Canadian dude. Appreciate you. Cleared to dive. Thank you, Migs. Ben, something tells me this was incorrect as well. Something tells me this it was incorrect. The fact that I have to go through this to just get to the
346, correction, goal 357 ready.
We're ready to go 357.
Goal 357, 802, right clear for takeoff, wind 310 degrees at 4 knots.
02 right clear for takeoff, goal 357. Alright, 4,000. We're going. We're clear for
1 tower,
takeoff.
goal 1422, takeoff 2 right.
I go 1422 behind the fighting 737.
Do they do the HUD departures?
Right behind.
Oh, that's
Flight away 2 right behind the departing
that's
73,
stacking the
goal
odds against me there a little bit too much. Let's just go with
Privilege 492
what I'm
hotel,
semi-familiar with
ready
here.
copy.
We are ready.
Privilege 492 hotel clear to Madrid at 5350. Runway 3.
I feel like I could have made that lineup a little bit better there. Left a lot of runway behind us, Chad. Cue the green dot intro. It doesn't help that this other goal is riding my tail cone. Stressing me out. Alright, 70%. Hold the brakes. Packs are off. Vamos, spool up 50. Yoga's in chat. Here we go, folks. Gosh, I hope we have the right perf. Yoga. And 1. Toga. Eight knots. Throttle hold. It's looking a little bit tighter than I'd like. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Yep. Hey-ya. Chat. Look at that. Like a glove. Like a glove. Trim, 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 trim. LNAV. VNAV speed. Starting the right turn. N1. Packs are on. Flaps 15. Flaps 5.
Tom 8070, pushing start approved, please follow.
Have I introduced you to my little friend? His name is Barry Seal. Flaps coming up. Left takeoff checklist. Somebody was saying something about life rafts? At or above 4,000, keep it climbing. That was tight.
Tower Goal 1422, ready to go to right.
All right,
Go for it,
300
go
feet to
for
meet
it.
that restriction. No problem here, no problem. There's 4,000 feet. We're looking good. And get back down to the flight director. All right, after takeoff.
Ready contact, climbing level 320.
Climb flight level 320, goal 357. All right, 32,000.
Clear direction, hard.
I'm sorry, can you say that fix again for goal 357?
Confirm that hard from Alpha Romeo share of provision.
Direct RSOB, goal 357 next.
Go 1422, running 2 right, clear for takeoff, wait 3123.
We're speeding a little bit here through 10, that's all
Start
right.
takeoff to right, goal 1422.
Man, we're going through the layer. I wanted to see goal 1422, put it in the drink.
As in 646,
Man.
behind the body.
There's a lot of things on this iFly that make you scratch your head, but the flight model is not one of them. Hand flying this thing is a beauty. I love flying this thing. I think standard is pretty low, right? STDs are set. Oh wow, we just hit a big wind shift. Here comes a breakout. No, that was kind of a mid breakout there. Comforting sounds from the cockpit. It's just for dramatic effect, Biggs. I'm definitely not perspirating. I'm definitely not sweating. A little nervous there. About halfway down. I think if Lucas didn't remind me to just stand on the brakes 70%, I think we would have been hosed. So Lucas, that one's on you, my man. We got it. Coming through 10,000, we're accelerating to our cost index speed 295. We need to turn our noise canceling headphones on here. We'll get the rest of the lights once we get straight. Wow, this is a beautiful, beautiful climb out right here. I'll get the rest of the lights. Logos can come off. Everything else stays on. We'll straighten out the line. I mean, are you guys watching Flight Deck to Sim or are you watching V1? I can't even tell the difference. Look at this. We're professional Boeing drivers, chat. We are professional Boeing drivers. That is a stunning climb out. Linear perspirating. Oh man, definitely got a little nervous. Definitely a little nervous on that. Looking a bit yellow there, Infian. It's called sunset. I know in your part of the world you can't see the sunset because the dust and the pollution is so bad all the time, but this is actually what it looks like. Go back to your mid-landing rates. Professional amateurs.
779, cotejamento correto. Go for 322, ready contact, climbing level 340.
He made it up.
340, goal 1422.
Yeah, goal 1422. Ground vehicles said they saw a tail strike under departure.
I'm ready for pre-button startup crew, deploying 902.
Lucas says when he said you to taxi hold short of 2 left, you should stop there when you're clear to take off. 2 left, line up 202 right. Thank you, Lucas. Yeah, I felt completely wrong, but I couldn't pull up the taxi chart in time. Wignet says that was short, chat. That was real short, dude. That was real short. But I've got it. I'll remember that for next time, Lucas. I love Santos Dumont, man. I mean, whether we fly the Starship down here, which would be kind of fun, if we can find maybe get like just that airport is incredible. Like, I don't even know how it's in commercial service operation because you have that large airport that's really close by. I think it's almost kind of like a DCA versus Dulles comparison, you know. Although Santos Dumont just it blows DCA out of the water. It's such a awesome little place to fly in and out of. We got a 190 that's about to go in the drink too. It sounds like.
Go 1098 behind departing.
V1, y'all say that in the real cockpit too. I wanted to see the plane behind go in the drink. Big says, to be fair, I watched Flight Deck to Sim slam it into my hometown of Alicante last night. It's one of the best 7.3 drivers have their moments. Oh, speaking of Flight Deck to Sim, he was streaming the Aerosucra 7.2. I had to watch some of it when I was in between stream, and I went and checked his landings out. You know the meme where it's like, look how we massacred my boy. 600 foot per minute on my 727 into Bogota. Hurt me. He hurt me. I left a comment on his last live stream. We'll see if he responds or not. But I thought he was a professional Boeing driver, and he's bending my 727 up. He had a I think it was like a 640 and a 440 or something. But yeah, he always likes to. He gives me grief when I'm in the Boeing. So whenever I get a shot, I got to take it. Speaking of massacring my boys, I mean, Wingnut. So on a scale of 1 to 10, Wingnut, how much did we screw up there? Ignore the perf data in the EFB. How was
7070 QNH 1024 taxi holding point 10
how was everything
left.
else on a scale of 1 to 10? So I think
Juliet Alpha and Golf.
for the vertical and the flight tracker, something is going on with the even Volanta server, because I can't track my own flight for some reason. So I'll just kind of put it like this. Winglet says 3.20, 320. Okay. Only 114 likes for that takeoff? Man, it's unacceptable. I thought we were having way more fun than that. That's what we got to mix it up, man. We can't just be all hardcore Boeing or hardcore Airbus, hardcore this. We got to mix it up and have some fun. Yeah, Captain Aviation, it's not just you, man. There's a whole lot of weird stuff going on right now with the servers of everything. Half the people on board are still having panic attacks. Do you make fun of Flight Deck to Sim when he's in the Airbus? If the opportunity presents itself. But I mean, he's pretty good. He's learned a lot for his Airbusing. I watched a couple of his Airbus streams, and I know deep down he's secretly like, oh my gosh, this plane is amazing. This is so much less work than the 737. I wish I could fly the Airbus. I know deep down that's what he's thinking. But no, he's getting a pretty good handle on it. To be fair, I think it would be easier. Well, I don't know.
300.
Oh, it sounds like that 190 made it up too. Can't even make it through the whole sheeple check close. Crazy Sarcasm says, I like for pushing the limits of aviation. Amen to that, my friend. Look at these stunning views out here. Look at that. That's beautiful. Why do I still have a wing light on here? Wing nut. Why is this like, I feel like the lights are weird because when you have everything on, the only one that's pointing forward is the position and strobe. I feel like they should have flipped that. I feel like position and strobe should have been down here and position should have been up there. I don't know. Is this aircraft worth it in your opinion? Listen, man, I actually think the iFly Max is pretty good. I don't even remember how much it was. It's been so long since I bought it. How much is the Max now? Or how much is the iFly Max? Or matter of it's definitely worth it. I mean, as long as it's not like super expensive. What is it, 50, 60 bucks? 40 bucks? It's definitely better than a Zobos. And Full Flap Sim, he was flying it, and he was putting in its paces. He was kind of comparing the Max and the PMDG, and he says there's actually quite a lot that is simulated in the iFly that's pretty good. So, and I don't think anybody will argue that the the hand flying characteristics of the iFly is actually pretty nice, man. Matter of fact, should we bring on a 737 driver? We'll ask him. Stand by. See if we can bring on my phone a friend line here. Give me a second, chat.
About 3125, descend level 090.
Flight level 090, temperature 125.
Hey, don't send anything derogatory. You're on live stream. Can you hear me?
Yo, what's up, dude?
Chat, can we hear this guy? Might have a familiar voice. So, your opinion, iFly hand flying characteristics, yay or nay?
1754, bem-vindo ao Galeão, táxi autorizado via Papá.
Oh, they're great. The iFly has a lot of stuff that is pretty well modeled. The FMS in particular, and then the hand flying characteristics are really good.
All right. So if you guys don't know, this is actually full flap sim, aka wingnut, aka I forget what your other one is. It's got like six burner accounts, but check him out, full flap sim. So how was your takeoff?
Dude, I barely
Mickey
made
G
it.
says you have a soothing voice.
Barely made it and then over-rotated. I might have hit the tail. We'll see.
Oh, really? Did you hear that, chat? The professional 7.3 driver, he might have actually hit the tail.
Dude, I haven't simmed it so long, man. I gave it too much pull.
Yeah, well, it's working out too much. Are you using any niche hardware today, or do you have what yoke do you use?
Nope. I got the Thrustmaster yoke.
Okay.
I think this airplane needs force feedback.
You do?
Because
yeah.
the controls on the 7.3 are heavy enough that you really need the force feedback to kind of get the true feel. But the iFly has the dead zone modeled pretty good, which is a very
So I was going to ask you about that because when I went to rotate, I'm like, man, I'm actually really rotating this to get it airborne. So that's true to real life. Then that's actually that's legit.
It's a big pull, and then you end up doing a lot. You kind of pull, hit the dead zone, give it a little aileron correction to get the wings level, and then keep rotating.
That's pretty awesome. Well, then I think you need to get yourself some force feedback, man.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's next.
Mickey G, what do you think of force feedback? He's at his next level. I think it is. I want to see what the Moza software is like because I know they're still updating it. The true 737. Go ahead.
Because Mickey G, the 707 guy, he would know. That's a pretty heavy force feedback intensive airplane.
Right.
Well.
All right. Well, cool. Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, dude.
You guys,
not much,
any
man.
of the chat have any questions for Full Flap Sim? He's what's your channel at now? 500 subs?
Oh, cool. Yeah. We just hit 500 subs, and
500 subs.
And just doing the 7.3 stuff. I got to upgrade my hardware so we can do some 2024 iFly stuff, and then really looking forward to the Synaptic 220 coming out. Because I used to fly the 220, so kind of looking forward to seeing what they're able to come up with on that airplane.
Did you watch the preview? That like
did.
The dev stream. What'd you think?
I did. I thought it was really good. I have some concerns about the performance on lower end hardware.
Yeah.
But the systems and stuff that they have modeled looks really good. So
Nice.
it's a tough airplane, I think, to model well because it's so automated. But the team looks like they're really putting in the legwork. So I'm excited for it.
You see the JetBlue 220 went off the runway in Boston today?
No.
Yeah.
What, they like off the end?
Yeah, they were in the grass. I don't know anything about it. I was wondering if you had any insight on. Is there any like weird nose wheel steering or weird braking stuff with the 220?
No. So it's got electric brakes, and they're pretty effective. And the airplane's got great runway performance because it's got probably like the Neo, right? The big high bypass geared fans.
Yeah.
So it's got really good runway performance. So if they went off the end, that would be surprising. So I don't know.
All right. Well,
But
cool. I'm looking forward to see your breakdown.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited for it. Tango Kilo just asked 737 or Airbus, and with the caveat that I flew a Temu Airbus.
Yeah, it's a Temu Airbus. You don't be calling that 220 an actual Airbus Tango Kilo. Get out of here with that nonsense.
Yeah.
That's an insult.
Dude, I like the 7.3, man. Let me caveat this. if I'm flying it, I like a 7.3. If I'm going to ride somewhere as a passenger, I much prefer the Airbus.
If you got to do 4 legs a day for 4 days in a row, what do you want to fly?
I want to call in sick. Yeah, I don't want to do 4 legs a day.
This is not official advice, by the way.
Yeah. That sounds like too much work, man.
Yeah, it does sound like too much work. I dropped my trip this weekend because I had 3 legs in it. I was like, I don't know if I can do 3.
Yeah, that's too much work, dude.
Jeremy says, do you have to be really careful when rotating the 7.3 because it can tail strike easily, according to Mento?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't have anything really to compare it to. I mean, the 220 you could just rip off the ground without really thinking about it. The 7.3, you do have to worry about tail strike, but the dead zone is sort of self-limiting.
Okay.
Because the dead zone itself is more pronounced on the longer airplanes.
Mm-hmm.
So on the 900, the same yoke input that you give an 800 will slow the rotation in the dead zone earlier. So really all you do is you apply a standard rotation command. The pitch stops in the dead zone. Then just kind of hold what you got.
Yeah.
You'll listen for the solenoid click, and then once the solenoid clicks, then you can haul it off the ground up into the flight director bars. So,
okay.
I've never really thought the 7.3 was easy to tail strike, but it definitely has a reputation as such. So
yeah.
Now does the 321 have any software limiting for tail strike?
No, it'll say pitch, but that's about it. You'll go right into the you can go right into the tail. So the PLI drops down and it'll turn yellow and it'll say pitch on you, but there's nothing stopping you. So, and actually the biggest concern is in a botched go around or a balked landing, because depending on how it's triggered, it's possible that you'll actually hit the tail by the time you hear the pitch command, which they've kind of tested a couple times. So that's interesting. But yeah, because the botched landing, or a balked landing rather, so if you hit, the spoilers come up, because it has phase lift dumping, the spoilers will come up halfway, and then if you elect to go around, if it's at a sequence and you're coming back down and you recompress the struts and the spoilers go full up, you'll get even a further pitch up, and if you're trying to pitch up, that's where you can get a tail strike. So go arounds are probably the most the closest that you can get to tail strike. The most careful you have to be getting a tail strike, but other than that, I mean, as long as you're on speed, you really don't have to worry about it. Even in the 321, the flaps are slightly different, so the angle of attack is less as you come across the threshold. So even though the 7.5 degrees is the unemployment attitude, you're coming in at almost maybe like 1.5, 2 degrees nose up in a 321, as opposed to a 320 is a little bit more than that. So.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So they've got that.
Yeah, they thought about
built
that,
in.
right? Because it's Airbus, you know. Airbus is doing things, you know. We're proactive instead of reactive,
dude.
You know?
So I will say, interesting point you brought up about the spoilers. The not closest, but the first time that I had was an interesting moment was flying a 737-800 with the short field kit.
Oh, really?
Because the lift dump spoilers have an increased deflection on the ground, and they come up faster.
Yeah.
And you can actually feel that nose up pitch moment. So our FCOM actually says after touchdown, don't try and hold the nose off the ground, right?
Really?
Just kind of
no aerodynamic braking.
Exactly. And in the straight 800, there's really no reason not to. But the problem is I may have forgotten that particular line in the book, and so I greased on the mains, and I was trying to fly the nose down gently, and when the spoilers came up with the increased deflection, the nose actually popped up a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, so nowhere near like tail strike attitude, but just
it just
kind of
like
a moment of
hello.
Yeah, so then you let the nose come down, and then you're reading the book and go, oh, that's right, the increased spoiler deflection actually kicks the nose up. So
yeah, very cool, interesting. Yeah. Neat. Mick says he likes this podcast plus stream combo, groundbreaking stuff. Hopefully not the aircraft though. Yeah, I agree, Migs. Yeah, I mean, I try to get him on stream every now and then, but he just never answers my text. So it's like, trying to get a hold of you is like, I don't even know.
Well, I'm a busy guy, man. I've got a clone rifle consulting thing that they do on the side, and keeping those guys in check is tough.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I heard you're about to be out of business though, because now you can just buy a collar and everything fits. You don't have to worry about.
Yes.
You don't have to worry about all that stuff. Yeah. Not to be confused. There's a couple of. There's a lot of. You got to be very particular with how you label things.
There's nuance.
Yeah,
There's
nuance.
nuance.
There's a lot of nuance. Yeah, yeah.
I see. Let's see. Who is that? Gray Aviation said, "Ask Wing, how would you compare the NG to the Max?" I don't know because I've never flown the Max, so I only fly the NG right now. But I have a lot of friends who fly the Max and they love it. With the caveat of, and V1, since you fly the CEO and the Neo, you can probably speak to this better. But the new generation of engines with the high bypass ratio and the geared fans. They produce a lot of power down low. They're almost like turboprops in that they produce a lot of power down low, but they sort of run out of juice above, what would you say, like 25 maybe?
Yeah, mid-20s, you could really feel it peter off. That's so true.
Yeah. So I've heard that guys who fly the Max say that it's kind of a dog at high altitude, which the 220 was as well, but down low you get a lot more power than you do out of the CFMs. So, you know. Which, I mean, I would prefer power down low because that's where all the ground is, all the terrain.
I used to think that until my last trip, and we were trying to top some thunderstorms coming back, and we had no power up top, and we got boxed in a little bit because the center decided to tell us that we couldn't further deviate to the south. It's because the military airspace down there by Corona. And I'm like, well, you said we could go south. And he's like, yeah, we can only go south until Corona. I'm like, okay, well, that's a problem because now we're staring at the top of some 45,000-foot thunderstorm. So that got a little spicy, but... We ended up making a nice S-turn, coming back around on the north side.
What kind of cruise altitudes do you see in the Neo versus the CEO? Are they similar?
They're very similar. I mean, the 321 is. I mean, I don't think I've been to 39 in the 321 Neo yet. I mean, it's just it won't get up there unless you're really pretty light. But as far as the 320, the Neo and the CEO, they're about the same, but you can definitely tell the climb performance. Like if you're going to 34 in a Neo, it's you're in a Neo, especially if it's ISA plus 5, 6, 7. It's really struggling. You're lucky to do 700 feet per minute. So
sure.
It can,
that's kind of what the 220 was like when you got up above the mid 20s. It just sort of ran out of gas. Although it would keep going, which was the interesting thing. Like it wasn't climbing fast, but it would keep climbing.
Right.
We didn't do a lot of step climbs in that airplane, whereas the NG, the 737 NG, we will end up step climbing because the airplane's just it's wing limited.
Right.
So.
Right. I have a question for you. So I don't have a TOD on my map right now. So what did I do wrong here? I struggle with Boeing VNAV a little bit. I've been told that my VNAVing on the descent is not optimal. So.
Oh man, dude, check out Full Flap Sim on YouTube, man. He's got a bunch of tutorials for 737 guys.
Okay.
You should have.
That's the one where you release like 30 videos at once, right? The same day, I think. That's why I never got to see them all. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not how YouTube
the
works.
algorithm.
Yeah. Algorithm doesn't like that. All right. So, I don't have a TOD here, so I'm slightly concerned, and I've been told I can't go to progress page 2 because it'll CTD.
Oh, well.
I have cruise
can you zoom out?
32.
Can you zoom out more on your map?
By Raxit, you think I should have TOD? Interesting.
Yeah,
I don't have anything after Raxit. Maybe I didn't put the arrival in. That
there's
might
your problem.
What runway are you landing on?
I was going to land on whatever one you landed on.
Well, which one's in your box?
Let's see. What are we doing? We're doing ILS 15.
X-ray?
I got the X-ray 15.
Okay.
I got the X-ray.
I feel like you're setting me up for failure here. What
I would
transition?
never do that. I don't know. Let's see. The Raxi 1 Alpha arrival to. Was it Sovta?
Sovta.
Yeah,
Sovta.
Yeah.
Let me see if that. Let's see. Let's recalculate.
Because those join up.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, there's my TOD. Oh, yeah, we got ages.
There you go.
Yeah, cool. So what do you think the state of the sim is? How do you like 2020 versus 2024?
So I am currently a little bummed out because 2024 does not run at all on my system. It's a slideshow. The funny thing being, everybody else says that 2024 has better performance.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's a setup issue, a frame gen. Maybe I need to set up 2024 with frame gen. I'm not sure. I got to figure it out. But
because
I think go ahead.
No, because when you said that, I went back to 2020 for a stream, and I have way worse performance in 2020 than I do in 24 now. Like it's noticeable. So, and you have a similar
Really?
rig that I had before I built this one, right? You've got what's your GPU?
Well, it's a 2080 Ti, so it's an older system.
Okay. Yeah, but still, I mean, I feel like with the appropriate settings, I feel like you should be able to get Sim Update 2 running smooth. So
Yeah.
you need to run
thing
the
for
frame
me,
gen for sure.
I do need frame gen. I think the big thing for me is just that 2020, even though it's going on what 5 years old now,
Yeah.
it's still a great sim. You know, I mean, we finally got airplanes, right? We finally got airplanes. You're flying over ortho that you don't have to import the way that you did in X-Plane.
True.
You know, it by and large looks pretty good. 2024 looks better, no doubt. But you can still get views in 2020 that you look at and go, that's real life. And so I haven't really felt the need to upgrade. Now I'll say this, I'm certain that it'll be a situation like going back to FSX, where in your mind's eye you remember FSX looking pretty good, and then you load it up and go,
Well,
oh gosh.
You say that, but there are some pictures or some screenshots of like the what was that 727? There was some old 727 cockpit Lyric Lemon was flying them, right? Or somebody loaded them up.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
it
Yeah. Somebody
actually,
loaded
like
up the legacy
photo
sim.
reel, dude. Some of those photo reel cockpits. I mean, come on now. They're
They
not
were good.
terrible, but the outside of the sim, you're absolutely right. You look back and you're like, okay.
Dude, Gustavo, one of your subscribers on here, he made a great 727-200 panel that was all 2D bitmaps and photoreal and had good systems behind it too. So there were definitely some devs back in the day that were pushing the limits, but it just doesn't hold up visually now. The outside.
Yeah, it doesn't for sure. What's the most realistic sim that you think you've flown all across the board? Military, civilian? Is there
DCS.
A sim? DCS? Yeah, that's what I think too. I think it's the
hands
number
down.
one. I think it's the number one, like most realistic sim out there.
Yep. Just the way how fluid the dynamics are, the flight models and stuff. And the other thing is that I think that Eagle Dynamics has held a very high standard for add-ons.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So, like, if the add-on does not meet their criteria, it can't be sold, which it kind of limits the amount of modules that there are, but it also ensures that the modules that do come out are good. So,
all right.
speaking of, we were going to do a little DCSing, right?
Allegedly.
Right?
So yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
it's. I might have to host the server so I could, make sure everything's kosher. I don't know if I'd be able to join in on yours, but
right.
Yeah, if I host a server and I have my slot already, I think we might be able to do a little one-on-one, maybe a little guns only duel.
Yeah.
What do you think, chat? Should we do a little duel? I mean, if you didn't know, Full Flap, you also flew F-16s, F-18s. What other cool stuff have you flown? T-38s?
That was it, man.
No, you got T-6s?
Yeah, well, so I have T6B for initial training, and then T45 Goshawk, which is a carrier-capable version of the
I always think
Hawk.
they're so cool looking.
It was a neat... I mean, it was my first jet, right? So I've got a very a dear spot in my heart for it. I'm sure that your first jet, you look back on it and go, man, that was a neat airplane. So, and then I was lucky enough to fly the Super Hornet for 12 years. Got to fly the Legacy Hornet for about 30 hours. Because they gave me the qual and then realized that it was probably a mistake to give me the qual since the airplane was going away.
Right.
I managed to sneak about 30 hours in, and then the Growler, the EA-18G, and then my last flying job in the military was flying F-16A through D as an adversary. So, a lot of cool airplanes, but now a cup holder is a hard requirement for me.
Just wait till you get a tray table. Wait till you experience the proper, not the Temu tray table, not the real tray table.
Dude, I've resisted, man.
Did the 220 have a tray? It does, right?
It not one that would meet your standards.
It has like a shelf, or has like a
It has what was supposed to be a keyboard, because you were supposed to have a keyboard to work the avionics, and the American operators are too cheap to buy the keyboard, so we get the mount that was meant for a keyboard.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not a keyboard. Yeah, or that's definitely not a tray table. That doesn't count.
No.
Does not count.
Funny story. So, my first trip off OE, we're landing in Denver. It's my first landing. It's Denver, so it's bouncy. We're getting kicked all over the place. I've got the jump seater. It's my flying leg, and I had my tray table out, and I clicked the autopilot off, and I realized my tray table's out. So I go, oh, let me go and stow this. And so I reach up and I grab the tray table, and break it off of the mount.
Oh, jeez.
Like it just comes off in my hand.
Oh my gosh.
And so the autopilot's off. I'm flying the airplane. I've got the
The
so
tray
I just
table in
turn to
your
the
hand.
jump. Yeah, I just turned to the jump seater and go, "Hey, hold this for a
Hold
second."
this-
And he was an A320 guy, and he's just
That's
looking
like-
at this tray table with disgust.
Oh, that's awesome. That's good.
And we landed, and I
Dude,
forgot.
you should have kept
and
it.
So
You
I'm-
should have kept it as a souvenir.
Well, and so we're taxiing in, and he's just sitting there holding this thing, and we get to the gate, and he goes, "Hey, you want this back?" Oh, sorry,
yeah,
dude.
yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you definitely should have kept it. I tried to keep a wingtip fence one time. We got backed in, so during the pushback, we got pushed into a catering truck, and the wingtip fence, not the sharklets on the Airbus, you know, the shorter wingtip fences.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
like
actually.
the original.
Yeah, the original. I didn't actually know this, but
Okay.
you can remove those and go fly without them. So they
Oh.
they pulled the wingtip fence off, and I was talking to the mechanic. I was like, "Is there any chance I could keep that?" And I didn't realize how big it was, too. And he's like, "Oh, hold on, radio."
Rack 1 Alpha arrival, runway 15.
Rack said 1 Alpha arrival, runway 15 for goal 357.
Oh boy, I'm probably getting a call too. Answer mine if he calls me.
Okay, I'm gonna turn him back up. But yeah, man, I try to keep it. He's like, "Yeah, I don't know. I'll see if I can hold it here for you." But then he's like, "Nah, Airbus wants it back because then they got to see if they can bend it and like put it back on another airplane." But apparently, it's like a 6,000-pound weight penalty if you lose a wingtip fence. So then we ended up canceling the flight.
Oh.
And then I got on my last ever MD-80 flight. It was a Delta MD-80 from Atlanta to Philadelphia. So that was my last MD-80 flight because we bent the wingtip fence.
That's wild. Well, the original, like the very first 320s, didn't have a wingtip fence, right?
Yeah, none of
Yeah.
But not very. I mean, shoot, I don't even know. Did very many of them fly around in the U.S. with no wingtip fences? I feel like maybe some of the Northwest ones. Like, were they the first to have them? I don't even know.
I know. I think Air France did. I don't know.
Well, Air France. I mean, of course. I mean, they're building them in the. Shoot.
They would have bought anything.
They would have been. Oh, God.
But
Someone asked if we watched Mover or Gonki. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you know those. Do you know those guys?
yeah. I don't know Gonki, but I do know Mover.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very much Air Force single seat F-16 guy, but good dude. Also an airline guy for sure.
Yeah, very cool.
So, the funny thing about Mover is when him and I talk, we have exactly the opposite impressions of both of the F-16 and the F-18 because he was an Air Force Viper baby,
right.
who then flew the F-18 later in his career.
And you were the opposite.
And I was exactly the opposite.
Yeah.
So we talk back and forth, and I go, man, the Viper feels like an airplane I got at Walmart, and he thinks exactly the same of the F-18.
Yeah. So, Miggs asked F-16 for SU-35. What wins?
F-16 versus that's such a. I hate to give the standard. It depends, right?
Right.
What do you say? Situations or situational,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Check it out on
Yeah,
D1 Sim on YouTube. Yeah.
There you go. Exactly. I
might
mean,
put
I
it on a
hate to,
t-shirt.
yeah, I hate to steal your line, man, but it depends. Are we talking visual fight? Are we talking beyond visual range fight?
Right.
What model of F-16? What model of Su-35? Et cetera, et cetera. What stores are you carrying? How far is each aircraft from its base? Because I'll tell you what, the Su-35 has gas for days.
Yeah.
So if you're, close to the Su-35's base, he can fight for a lot longer.
Right.
That kind of thing.
Makes sense.
So
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Andy B says you're up
Yeah.
over 600 subs now. So awesome
Oh
stuff, man.
man!
And I think
Dude.
1,000 subs, you need to do a V1 cut in an Airbus out of Vegas.
Oh,
I think it's
ooh.
going to be Las Vegas V1 cut and a 321, and we're all
Dude,
going to watch.
I think you need to guest star as my OE instructor.
I'll be a jump
Dude.
seater. How about that? I'll sit quietly on the
Oh,
jump seat.
dude, just quietly judge from the jump
Yeah,
seat.
yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
actually, speaking of 320 out of Vegas, we couldn't. So my last flight, actually the same flight, we got boxed in with the weather. We were so heavy. So first off, we kind of pissed off ground because we're like, we want to go to 1-9 left. And they're like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, okay, hold on. So he gets us to 1-9 left. We finally get our takeoff data back. We're too heavy. We're like 7,000 pounds overweight. We can't take 1-9 left. So we're like messing with the box. We're like, what if we do flaps 3, flaps 2, flaps 1, Toga packs off? Nothing. We were still, the closest we got was 6,500 pounds overweight. So then we had to tell the ground guy, hey, we can't do 1-9 left. We gotta go to 26 right. So he's like, are you serious? All right. So he's like, taxi all the way out. So we taxi all the way back around 26 right. And then we get down there, and man, we're looking at the box. I'm like, I thought it was, the FO was like, hey, we're not going to make that first fix by like, I forget what the fix is. Thought it was like 400 feet. I'm like, we'll just change the climb out speed. We should be good. And then, so we're getting down there. We're running through our before takeoff check-ins, and we go look at the perf again. And I'm looking at him like, man, that's like 2,500 feet. That's not 400 feet. So we were just that heavy that we had to modify thrust reduction acceleration. We had to do MCT thrust.
1422,
Are you 1422?
Radio.
1 Alpha arrival.
Yeah.
15.
Don't mess it up.
All right, goal 1422. Expect the Fraction 1 Alpha arrival to SBCT. Or something like that.
Goal 357,
Oh,
clear direct
that's
to
me.
Ikapu, that's Echo Kilo Alpha Papa uniform.
Direct to Ikapu, goal 357. All right, take it here, put it on top. But anyway, yeah, it was just a total cluster trying to get out of there, and then we still only cleared the last fix on the SID by like 150 feet. So pretty wild, man.
That's interesting.
Fully loaded. We're like
That's
100. We're
interesting.
186,000 pound 321. It was 47C on the tarmac. Like the tarmac heat was 47.
Oh,
it was freaking wild.
that's a heavy jet.
Yeah, it was.
Dude, our company pages have a note that says A321s expect to not make climb restrictions out of Vegas.
Yeah, that's. I'm surprised we don't have that note, but I've normally the number one, like if you ever do it on stream or whatever, the easiest way to do it is just change your acceleration climb out speed. So if you put cost index 75, it's going to plan you leveling and accelerating all the way to whatever to make those fixes. If you just changed you do selected speed and you do say 210 or just do a green dot speed, then typically that'll get you above those restrictions. But when you're extra heavy like that and it's extra hot, you only have so many tools in the box before you're like, hey, we can't make that. We're too fat. Too much beef tallow, you know?
Too much Far East spices.
And Full Flap Sim is actually a steak connoisseur, Chad. If you're unfamiliar, yes, we have a food channel.
A steak Padawan, I believe, is the term you're looking for. Yeah,
we're trying to get him. We're trying to up his quality of steaks, but we're getting.
I mean, hey, I don't want to. Oh.
Echo Kilo Alpha Papa uniform.
Ikapu.
All right, Ikapu Delta. What am I? Southwest goal 1422. There we go. Ikapu, execute, going that way. Dude, I don't want to break an NDA or anything, but have you officially debuted the V1 cooking channel?
I have not
tutorials?
yet. I haven't done the tutorials or the cooking channel, but that'll be coming soon, right adjacent to the Ground Stop podcast.
Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
because I know you were talking about personalized cooking tutorials, live streams, etc.
Yeah,
so.
that's what I'm thinking of. I'm gonna have get the cameras out there and everything. I think will be pretty good. So I'm actually gonna use your your method for one of the first episodes of actually boiling a steak in tallow on the grill.
Yes. Well, okay. Can I defend myself real quick?
Go ahead.
So I'm told to order Far East spices, right?
Yes.
I order the Far East spices, then 2 days worth of text messages go unanswered on how I use these things, right?
Okay.
And all I have is a fuzzy picture. Of you cooking the steak.
You had high quality video.
No,
there was HD video.
It was not high def of a blob of beef tallow in a pan. So I go, I can figure this out.
In no video did you see
it was good.
a pot.
Have you tried it?
No, but I might try it tonight. Actually, we might try it tonight.
You should.
I don't think I'm going to make the return lane because I got to cook these steaks. I didn't realize this flight was going to take 3 hours. But
okay.
Yeah.
So here's the key: ½ inch of boiling beef tallow.
Okay.
And then a dry steak, and then just
boil
it.
Boil it
tallow
for 30 minutes or so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
After you do your FAA medical.
Okay, right. After, actually, that's a good point. I have that coming up here next month, so I got to start drinking some carrot juice for my eyes. Helps your vision if you drink carrot juice. That's what they said.
Dude, we should menage a trois Mickey G in here.
Yeah, we should. We totally should.
Get two Boeing drivers in.
I know I'd be outnumbered, but I mean, that could be a fun time.
Yeah.
Big says, I second the cooking channel, but don't worry, Wingnut. I'll get all 36 of my burner accounts to sub, and you'll be 1,000K in no time.
Oh, that's awesome, Biggs. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So, all right. Well, got any comments or tips for me before we start down? Oh, hold on. I just got some information.
Oh, boy.
Let's see. Is it for anything good? 15th
good
of
trip?
June. I don't know. Let me see. 15th of June. When's that? That's this weekend.
Oh shoot, we're coming up on POD, aren't we?
Yeah. Oh, gross.
All right, it's time to
4:55 report time, dude. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nope.
Ooh, Sunday and Monday though. Oh, double deadhead? No, nah, chat. Yeah, we ain't got time to do
No?
that, chat. No double deadheading for me either.
You don't doze for dollars?
What?
You don't doze for dollars?
No.
Oh, all right. I don't either. I actually hate it, but I know a lot of the guys love it.
Oh, real quick, we're doing an RNAV. Oh no, we're doing an ILS, right? So everything should be fine. I just
Yeah,
put the
yeah,
inlet
you're doing
left thing
ILS,
here.
should be
Flaps
fine.
40, 132.
That's it.
That's all I need to do, right?
That's it.
109.3,
That's all.
155.
Yep.
Do you guys really have to tune this in all the time, huh?
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
screwed this up. How do I get ILS back here?
You go hit the mode button at the bottom.
Ah,
arrows?
Yep.
Mode button on the arrows. Yeah. And then there you
Beautiful.
go. Right
Look
there.
at that. This is why I bring you along,
Yep.
man. Perfect.
There it is.
Look at that. You saved
Oh,
a bunch of snarky comments in the chat, and things are
Yeah.
looking good.
Oh, stand by.
Yep.
We'll talk about your VNAV technique later.
Okay. All right, man.
Keep the window closed.
Keep the what does that mean again? The
Keep the speed window
this
closed.
one, okay.
Yeah,
Keep it closed.
the IS one.
So black,
Deeper.
like nothing in
Yeah,
there,
well,
right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Not gonna mess with that.
Yeah.
And there's no quicker way to set the barrel ref, right? I have to sit here and scroll this for about 37 minutes, or
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Which it's way quicker in the actual jet, but
okay.
you
Yes, unfortunate that
simisms.
Simisms. All right. I mean, yeah, because
Yeah.
if I don't do it right, I mean, I'll get crucified on the comments. I didn't set my barrel ref right, but anyway.
Right. Yeah. On
All
the
right.
visual approach.
On a visual. Sounds good to me. All
All
right,
right.
man.
Cheers, bud.
Well, Chase, thanks for coming on. We'll see you.
Yep.
Chat, can we get a round of applause for Mr. Full Flap Sim or Wing Nut coming by? Totally unprepared to. That wasn't even planned. I knew he was in the voice, so I stole him. V1 is the carrot thing, a myth made up during World War I or II to scare the enemy. Carrots do not help your eyes any more than anything else. It was a propaganda thing originated by the U.S. military. Well, Tutkoth, the power of imagination, man. If I believe it, it's going to work. I think it was a myth put out by the RAF to hide their aircraft radars being used on bombers. Man, you guys are ruining my my mythical my carrot juice stuff here. The full V1 podcast episode 1. Well, you're always asking for a podcast. That's about as close as we're ever going to get, huh? It was to conceal radar. Really? Does climbing in VNAV automatically lower the nose to 1500 or less in RVSM? No. Not on our Airbuses. I don't know if there's a software or mod or how the Boeing does it, but that is something you got to be aware of. You definitely got to be aware of that. Because yeah, if you pull for an open climb or something and you just rip it, it definitely might be a problem for you. I'm just checking. There's a lot of scheduling stuff going on, Chad. I'm just making sure everything is not missing out on anything here. Everything looks good. All right. We're about to start down. You just monitor it. You just monitor the climb rate, Jonah. If you're in a managed climb, it will automatically target at 1,000 feet per minute. Got to run V1. Have a good flight, my man. Thank you, Gray Aviation. We'll talk to you next time, dude. JJ says they got an update to the India crash. Mayday, no thrust, losing power, unable to lift. Well, that's not good. That's not good. I mean, that's kind of what we pieced together when we were looking at that one video, right? When we could hear, or the lack of engine sound was kind of a telltale sign that, hey, something's going on down there. We get our cockpit all nice and cozy. All right, I guess we need to reset our cruise altitude, right? I never set that to 32. 32 land altitude, I don't think is actually 3,000 feet. Let's get our charts set up here for the descent, chat. We'll go to terminal charts. We'll go back to this page. Edit clip. Cancel SBCT. Edit clip. We're doing the...
O 733 com a sua observação, fora. Terra Brava, Juliette fora.
ILS X-ray. Oh, we're in the X-ray 15. And then next page. Where's the arrival? What arrival are we on, chat? Raxa 1 Alpha. I don't have it in here. Do you guys see it? This is page 1. These are RNAV departures. RNAV departures. ILS's. Is there no arrivals? Oh, I have to click. Oh my gosh. Hieroglyphics here. Which one's arrival? This one? There it is. Complete. Hieroglyphics translation has been completed. Alright, this is the 15 X-ray ILS. That looks good. After Savoda. We'll go back. This is the arrival. I wonder if you can even make this night view. Can you even make it night view, or are you kind of hosed? If we get a descend via... I don't know, 7,000 feet? 7,000 feet. I guess we'll keep that in there. Approaching our TOD. Wrong star. No, this is the RNAV arrival. Raxit 1 Bravo. Raxit 1 should be Raxit 1 Alpha. You're right. Gosh, this thing is it's ridiculous. All right. Here, Rexit 1 Alpha, unstar that one. Oh no! Oh no. Oh no, I think they're saved. Here we go. There's the one. That makes more sense. Alright, Savoda, 7,500 feet. Good. Alright, keep the speed window closed. This is the true airline pilot experience, BSing a cruise and a frantic chart set up for TOD. That is, it can be more realistic than that, allegedly. Click show menu, bottom right, you can change to dark. Really? Night mode. My man. Do you guys like
Center
this?
Goal 1422. Were we cleared to descend via the Raxit 1 Alpha?
Were we supposed to?
1422, yes, you can descend via the Raxit 1 Alpha to 8,000, QNH 1025.
I think we might be
1025,
late.
descend via the 8,000.
I think we're host, chat.
57, ring ready, descend to 7,500 feet, QNH 1025.
Descend via 7,000, or descend and maintain 7,500 goal 357. All right, he just gave us a descend and maintain. So,
and
chat.
Goal 357, clear direct Softa on the ILS X-ray approach.
We're coming out. Direct to Softa for the ILS 15 approach for goal 357. Speed brake full, chat. Level change.
1422, clear direct Softa
Buckle
on
up.
the ILS X-ray approach 915.
We're cooked, chat.
Directly to Softa
We're
for
cooked.
the ILS 15, goal 1422.
We're 5,000 feet high, 6,000 feet high. Execute. We're diving. Full brakes, chat. You know, I used to wonder how those Northwest guys overflew the airport in Minneapolis. I have a lot less questions now. I've aged. Here we go. Dive and drive. Direct to Softa. Brakes are out. We need to set the final approach course. It's going to be a final approach course of 155. Now, this is a question, full flap sim or wingnut, whoever's here. Will the NG or MAX tell you that you have a loc course discrepancy when you arm the approach and the course is not set? Because what's crazy, the Beechcraft Starship 1980s turboprop will actually tell you when you have a loc disagreement. from what's in the plan and what's selected.
Ok, ciente.
10 degrees down bubble.
Você vai,
What's the highest foot per minute descent? Oh man, I've pegged them out. 6,000, 7,000 feet per minute probably. I don't know, I've definitely pegged it out. The highest descent we had, I actually had an emergency descent. So we did an emergency descent, 330 knots. It was well over, it was over 6,000 feet a minute. Also flying empty, repoing airplanes, you know. If you want to keep it fast, till 10,000 feet, right? To keep your speed up, 330 knots, open descent, down you go. You can really get that vertical speed up. Now, with passengers, you know, as long as what's pretty good is as long as you're smooth, because you can vector gravity, right? So as long as your transitions are smooth, other than the ear popping, you can really descend pretty rapidly and it not be too uncomfortable for the passengers. Like this was a very aggressive level change, speed breaks out, everybody would have felt it. But if you eased into this and you kind of rolled it in, it wouldn't be all that alarming or uncomfortable for the passenger. Full flap sim dropping 20 gifted subs to the channel. Unbelievable. Full flap sim, man. You should have put that. There's a RTX 970 or whatever. My man, thank you so much for the 20 gifted memberships. Full flap sim, dude. Appreciate you. If you haven't already, chat, his channel is pinned at the top of the chat box. Check him out. Give him a like. He's the Boeing driver. He's the Boeing version of what we do here. And he also flies a lot of radial stuff. He actually owns an old school radial, so a lot of good knowledge over there for sure. Check him out. Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
O 732 só confirmou, informou que vai após a decolagem interceptar a radial 059 embalde para Piraí e após voar Santa Cruz, né? Afirmativo.
Correct, Corn Addict. Now, you know, if there's a lot of kids on board, and this is especially, I never really paid attention to this until I became a dad, but a lot of infants, babies, you know, their drainage, I personally think, is a big reason why, or their lack of drainage and their lack of ability to kind of valsalva and clear their vestibular system is why they like to scream a lot on climb out and especially on descent. So if we're going on a flight, like say Orlando, Orlando is notorious for having a lot of kids, infants. If I see that, and that's all on the manifest, I will actually modify in the progress page. I will modify the descent rate in the Airbus because it defaults to like, I want to say 500 feet per minute or something like that. But I cut that in half to 250, and I try to moderate that, make that a little bit easier. Now, the caveat is you'll have to start your descent just a little bit earlier, but it does make a difference. And if I'm sick or the FO's sick, not sick, you really shouldn't be flying sick. I mean, we've all flown sick, but if I have, you know, some sinus stuff left over and my ears are having a hard time equalizing, I will also adjust the pressurization rate slightly just to kind of ease that rate of change. You can use the VSD to monitor okay, press VSD. Which one's that? That one? That one? No. This one, right? I think this is right here, right? I'm monitoring it right here. Maybe? Oh, VSD. Oh, look at that. Now we're cooking. Thank you, Wingnut. Finally catching a live stream. Chris PT6, what's up, man? In another Gulfstream initial in Savannah, Georgia. So I've been in school all day. Hope everyone's doing great. Chris, we're doing great, man. Hope you're having a wonderful night. Sounds awesome, man. Gulfstream initial. Very cool, dude. We're getting a little high, chat. Let's get some speed breaks out. Now, as far as decelerating, 4132, okay. MCP speed, that's because we're in level change. Oh, that's why we got high. I forgot to put it back in VNAV. I'm going to catch back up to it here, then I'm going to go back to VNAV. Speed, we're going to keep the window closed. Windows closed. We still need some speed brake to slow down here. Chris PT6, what's going on, man? How you doing? Dropping the 10 gifted memberships. Chris PT6, thank you, dude. I appreciate the support, man. Chris PT6, shout out to pick up a membership. It's a great name. We flew the PT6 earlier, Chris. We flew the Beach Starship twin PT6 pusher. That was a blast, man.
Voo 183, voa Curitiba, autorizado instrumento para Guarulhos, conforme nota, nível 350, pistemos 15, saída grade.
Oh, we're slowing down to 240. We're looking good. VNAV simulations in the house here. Look at this. We're professionals. We're 240, 11,000 feet. We're going to turn our lights on. I mean, it's child's play, man. I don't know why y'all say the Boeing is so complicated. We're just crushing it. Should we do a HUD approach? I feel like I need to set my view for the HUD. Where's the brightness now? Let's turn this down a little bit. It's a pretty good depiction of a HUD, wouldn't you say? Like the colors? It looks a little bright, though. Oh my goodness. 425. It's obviously pretty loud there. That's as dim as I can get the HUD. Let's turn it off for now. And another. What is going on here? Carlito dropping 10 gifted subs. Carlito, thank you so much for this. Man, the gifted sub train has left the station. Thank you so much, Carlito. And 10 more from Virtual Flight Diaries. Goodness gracious, y'all have been too generous. Thank you all for the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate all of the support, the gifted memberships. Remember, all I ask, if you pick up a membership from one of these fine folks, make sure you say thank you. Sometimes you're not even watching the stream, and then you get a notification, and guys come back and say thank you. I like seeing that. So you guys are awesome. Thank you all for the support and spreading the love here, V1 Nation. Why aren't you using auto throttle? Is that normal? What do you mean? We're using auto throttle. We're at FMC speed 240. You're scaring me. You're scaring me, man.
Go 357, clear ILS extra approach runway 15.
Clear ILS extra approach runway 15, goal 357. Mickey G dropping 10 gifted subs as well. Mickey G. Thank you so much. Hey, you heard it here first. Full flap sim, Mickey G, V1. We're doing a little menage a trois situation. According to Full Flap Sim. Thank you, man, for the support. Appreciate the 10 gifted memberships. Our resident Boeing 707 driver in the house, man. Appreciate you. My goodness, my OBS is crashing. I can't even switch the cameras. Victor Silva dropping 5. Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Victor. I appreciate you, my friend. Dropping 5 gifted memberships. And Eastern T3. I don't know why, but I just like to call you Eastern 777. Don't know why. But thank you, Eastern T3. Appreciate the 10 gifted subs as well. Thank you all. Thank you all, guys. Just really, really appreciate the love and support here. V1 Nation, best nation, right? Hey, Full Flap Sim shooting on. Hey, thanks for the shout out. Full Flap Sim in the house. Out of 18,000. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to set 3027. We have to keep descending to platform 4620. We'll call it 4600. Now, when is it going to slow down is my question. Force Raptor, what's up, buddy?
Reposte visual com a rota.
This is the OnlyFans Flight Sim Edition. Shaq Oatmeal, what's going on, dude? Been a long time. How you doing, man?
Go 1422, continue descent 7,500 feet.
7,500, goal 1422.
At goal 1422. When is my speed going to go back so I can put flaps on? Tis the question. Nabil Hamdoui is here. What's up? Oh, there it goes. It just went back to 202. We can actually go flaps 5 below 250, so here we go. Take a listen to these sounds.
646, clear dark to soft set.
Clear dark soft
Flap. This might be the best flap sound in the sim right here. iFly Max, I think, has the best flap sound in the sim. I think it's the best. Open the window once you put flaps out. Oh, geez. You told me to keep the window closed. All right, opening the window. Speed intervention. 180.
Acima 3305, desce, mantenha 6.000 pés, QNH 1024.
2024, décima Abel, 305.
It's loud, my friend. That's loud. Actual minimum's 3172.
02 direita, pouso autorizado, vento...
Hearing that trim running makes me nervous too.
00 grau, 49.
Coming back to flaps 5. We're going to go auto brake. We're doing 2 or 3. Let's go auto brake 3. I think that slams the nose though, doesn't it? Let's go auto brakes off. We got this. The flap sounds on the are 10 for 10 out of the INI. Yeah, that's true. Well, I don't know what's better though. The 737 flap sounds are pretty dang good, man. Can we go to flaps 15 without the gear horn coming off? I think so. We'll go to flaps 10. Gosh, that's awesome. Flap 30, brake 3 is standard. Well, we don't do things but standard here. We're going all in, chat. No auto brakes here. I'm surprised Boeing even was able to retrofit. I feel like we're getting high on path. This says we're not. Glide slope is below us. Getting ready to take over control, full manual control. Let's get flight recorder up and running. All right, recorder is ready. FAF is 4620. I know. We got 4600 set. Outside air temp is +8. I turned the engine anti-ice on, but I don't want to ruin the acoustic lining and then flame out, so we're just going to go for it here.
305, Homem, autorizado, direito, Quebec, 10 direita, chama estabilizado.
20, Homem, autorizado, Quebec, reporta estabilizado, 305.
Bem alto esse microfone.
Sweet. Single channel, that's not good. Low glide slope. I think that's the equivalent of a double star in the Airbus. Don't know why LNAV is still armed. I'm not sure. Oh, single channel because I only have one autopilot engaged? No? Okay. 132. Recording is on. Gosh, look at those views, man. The haze, the atmospheric haze right now is awesome. You know what? I don't think the Loke is on the first officer side, Brady. I think that's it. LNAV armed for go around. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't think I... No,
Go
it is.
1422, clear for the ILS sector approach from A15.
All right, let's hand fly, chat. Why not, right? Let's match and mash. So we'll match our auto throttles. Oh, before I do that, let's spin it in.
357, running 15, clear to land, wind 120 degrees, 8 knots.
Runway 15, clear to land, go 357.
Go 1422,
Alright.
clear for the ILS X-ray approach from A15.
Autopilot's off, auto throttle's off. Gears coming down.
1422.
136. Flaps 15. What's with the... Did anyone else's spoilers keep popping out like that? 25, 30, 40.
Reporta no 160, Moza 732. 732, ciente. Reporte passando o Piraí para após-voação Santa Cruz.
All right, 136.
Passando o Piraí após Santa Cruz.
Oh, I messed up my course. Yeah, 155. Thank you. All right, 155. Flaps 40. Green light, gear down, 3 greens, spoilers, armed, chat. I might put my bid in for the 737. Look at this. Gosh, I love the gold livery. That burnt orange color is so cool, especially on
1,000.
the winglet out there. A little low, correcting. No bird. We're going to try to do this like a true Boeing driver. Swan. No birds here today.
Ocean 722 está para informação, autoriza plano
Runway's looking shorter than normal.
de pontal como do CM. Grato.
Four hundred. 300. 200.
I was reading the chat. Y'all were freaking out. Now we got high. What are y'all freaking out about? You're making me nervous.
40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh my goodness. Come on. Check, close, hold, butter. Oh, shoot. Reverse. Gotta go this way with this airplane.
Uno de 3, autorizado a olhar e manter pista no
Check, close, hold, butter. Somebody's clip that, send that to flight deck to Sim. I know he's struggling today in the 727. Infinite. That's just a Microsoft thing, man. Because
welcome to Quadrant, Foxtrot taxi via Mike to the gate. Bye.
Foxtrot Mike to the gate. Thanks for the ATC. Goal 357.
Level 646, clear for the ILS X-ray approach running 15.
ILS X-ray 15, vehicle 66.
Oh, see the reversers are still toggling. Reverser binding in iFly is a little sus. I gotta figure that out. What's with all the... Are we smoking? Clean it up. I'm a little bit concerned at the smoke. Okay.
460, hello, Curitiba, squawk 3060.
A little bit concerned. I must have Infian on board. Alright, we'll go ahead. Boom. Boom. We cooked the brakes. I may have overdone the braking. And we're going to come park next to this. What's it say? Eagle? Interesting livery.
Air France 460, return contact 27 miles northeast of Bragança.
We got to catch full flaps landing over here. We'll park it at the gate.
Tampa.
We won't shut her down.
Quebec,
So we're going to do a replay and then we're going to go. I was going to do a second leg, chat, but it's already 5 o'clock. I didn't even get to cook my steaks last night, so tonight I'm going to cook them.
Gol 113, decolagem autorizada, pista no 5, vento 120 graus, 8 9.
Autorizada a decolagem no 5, Gol 113.
We're going to park it here and zoom out to our... This airport reminds you of the Spirit Grayscale livery. Ricky G. My man. This airport reminds you that.
Go 1422,
it does. It really does.
Land between 120 degrees, 8 knots, traffic.
Somebody needs to make the Spirit Grayscale
Right,
livery.
clear to land, runway 15,
on,
Gol 1422.
On the, oh, is that the Gulf 1422? No, he's taking off. Someone needs to make the Spirit Grayscale on a 737. I think that would look sick. Is he taking off or landing? Alexandra Bellini's. Oh my goodness. Just dropped a 50 sub bomb. Alexandra Bellini. Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for the support, my friend. Very, very awesome. Thank you for that. I appreciate all your support. I know you've been around the channel a long time as well, so your support just being a faithful V1 Sim watcher. I'm glad you're still liking the content, man. Makes me, I'm very humbled and very grateful. Thank you. Thank all of you for your support. It's been an awesome stream. A lot of memberships today. It's still counting up. You guys are fantastic. We're going to watch Full Flap Sim. Here he comes.
Gol no 183, 4.500 subindo.
All right, no pressure. He's never landed. Oh, my recording's still up. He's never landed with 400 people watching. So here we go. Welcome to Curitiba. Just because you're on my airport base. This is your hometown. Alexander Bellini, fantastic. Thank you so much. We'll have to do the return leg out of here, either next week or this weekend. We're gonna have to go back to Santos Dumont. I really want to see that. All right, here he is. He's already nervous. Look at him. He's already nervous. You see him wing wobbling. Let's see. Oh, now he's blinding us. He's using a military technique. He's cloaking. Oh, Chet, no. Now. Oh, I couldn't spin the camera in time. I fumbled that one. At least he's down in the touchdown zone. That looked a little slewish, didn't it? I think that might have been a little slewish there. He's right on center line. Cameraman of the year. He buttered it, says Gabriel Rodriguez. Well, I sure hope so. Shaq Omian breaks harder than my friend's stepmom. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Thank you, Shaq. Appreciate the 30 seconds. It's pretty cold today. I'm watching my kid by the fireplace. Oh, awesome. I wonder what, yeah. Nice cool day at fireplace. All right, here he comes. Let's go ahead and get our airplane on. We might have firewall. 6.9 feet per minute? Yeah, get out of here. 6.9. Give me a break. He doesn't know where to tap. He's so embarrassed he disconnected. Either that or his 2020 crashed. All right, let's watch our replay and let's get out of here, chat. Replay's up. Gear levers down. Flaps are coming out. Stick shaker's going off. There's another day at V1 Nation. Yeah, let's go ahead and resume it from here. Let the flaps come out. All right. My active flight never tracked, so I don't even know. Volanta's having issues today. I'm just going to call that a 3.5 foot per minute landing. That's what we're going to call that. I have no Volanta track on that flight. It was never able to sync up to the sim. So we'll call that 3.5 feet per minute at 0.5 G. Legend has it, we're still floating down the runway. We'll go back to full screen cam here. Great flight. Love having the MAX at 24 now. Jeff. Dude. Jeff, I love it, man. We've got a Boeing 737 and 24 now. I don't even have... I was forced to uninstall 2020 just because I had to reinstall Windows, but there's no going back for me now, Jeff. I'm done, dude. This is it. We're locked in on 24. Unfortunately, replay, I don't get sounds, though, for the MAX. So that might be a 3D thing shining through, but everything else looked good. Flaps are out. Full flap sim. 2020 been dead to me on day one. Hey, you owe me both, Jeff. You owe me both. All right, sails coming out. I'm signing off. I'm going to let y'all enjoy the replay here. There it is. There's the inner marker. Let's see how we got here. 2020 is dead to XP2 now, which is great. We welcome all the 2020 users with open arms. Oh, come on, chat. Of course Volanta didn't read that one. That was definitely 3.5 feet per minute. Let's wind it back a little bit. Oh, goodness. That was aggressive. What do we got here? What do we got here? What are we thinking? That's flaps 40, too. Not bad for an Airbus guy. Not bad for an Airbus guy. All right. Alexandra Bellini, enjoy the full replay going into your hometown. Flaps are full, gear is down. Stick shaker's still going off, so we got to watch it from wing view the whole way down. You guys have been awesome. I had so much fun today between flying Starships, flying 737. Shout out to Full Flap Sim coming on here. Alexandra Bellini with the gifted subs. A ton of gifted subs today. Eastern T3, Victor Silva, Mickey G, Virtual Flight, there's Carlito, Chris PT6, Wingnut, Migs with the Super Chats, Captain Simp with the Super Chats. Hope I didn't miss anybody. Blackbird Controls, that seems like yesterday, but that's Blackbird Controls was here today as well. You all have been awesome. If I missed it, I do apologize. It's as far back as my history goes. But you all have been a fun audience to fly around with. Might take tomorrow off. We'll see. I'm going to take a look at the weather. If I don't take tomorrow off, we're going to be doing a Miami night Starship flight. Keep that in mind. Until the next one, stay safe, stay healthy on V1. See you.